Today's reading is Honeybee, an entry from the Monster Encyclopedia book series. Bug-type monsters that make an enormous hive and live in groups centered around a queen bee. The honeybees, whose role is to gather nectar from flowers and allurins for food, are called worker bees. Other than looking for food, if the queen bee doesn't have a husband, they also have a duty to look for a human man to become the queen's husband. When they spot a valuable man, or valuable man, they fly at him and have sex with him to check whether or not he'll be a suitable husband for the queen. Men they like are taken back to the nest as candidates for the queen's husband. A man the queen takes a liking to will then become her husband, but those unselected will be taken into possession by the worker bees that brought them in. Although the worker bees are incapable of reproduction, they're still monsters and they still strongly desire to have sex with men, so they won't release a man they like that they brought back with themselves. Men who become their possessions are taken back to their own rooms that exist within the hive. Every night after finishing their work, they have sex with said man and enjoy a sweet time. They also continue searching for a husband for the queen bee even after the queen bee already has a husband. In fact, since captured men unselected by the queen then become the property of the worker bees, they start working even more actively than before. They strongly prefer nectar collected from allurins over nectar collected from normal flowers. This nectar from allurins is a powerful aphrodisiac that also has the effect of greatly increasing stamina, so they like to paint it all over their partner's body before having sex with a man, and pour it into his body through kissing. Also, they periodically rub it thoroughly into their own body for personal care. Through this, they change their own body to be more charming and alluring to men, as well as lewdly sensitive to pleasure. Furthermore, their body gives off a faint, sweet scent of this nectar. Besides their sweet disposition and the great sex, this sweet scent is what makes them absolutely irresistible to men. Additionally, this nectar also is used as food for the queen. Those who will become future queens do not sip normal flower nectar at all. From the time they are very young, they're raised solely on allurin nectar, so that they become even more lewd and lustful, and the sweet scent they release attracts men even more strongly. They're sometimes attacked by hornets, the natural enemy of hives, and grizzlies, who come after the stored-up ripened allurin nectar. In these cases, they fly at them all at once as a group and carry them into the hive. Those carried into the hive are immersed in nectar and pleasure by a huge number of honeybees. Eventually, even the furious hornets are changed into having a sweet, lewd honeybee and human man-loving personality, much like the honeybee. And just like the honeybees, they'll start to take men into their nest and live with them.